Once again, Firebrand has had some pretty big changes to it, so I'm making another video to give you guys information on what has happened to it. In the background, there's not going to be anything really important, so you can just do other stuff while you listen to me. So, previously, it was doing a flat amount of damage way back. Then they made it percent. Then they went back to a really bad flat, and I made a video about that. I wasn't very happy with it. Now they have kind of struck a middle ground, it seems. So previously we were doing at rank 8 Firebrand 4% of the maximum HP of a ship. And so it was always 4% all the way until it died, and it ticked about once every second. So after 25 seconds, the ship would be dead with no extra damage going on. Now it is 6.5 or 6.66 roughly percent at rank 8, but instead of being based on the maximum health of the ship, it's based on the current health of a ship. And the current health of the ship will go down over time, so the percent of that will be less relative to the max. So at like half HP, instead of 6.66, you're going to go down to now 3.33 of the max health of the ship. And that's if they didn't do extra stuff to it, which they did to kind of strike that middle ground between percentage and not making it do very much at all. And so unfortunately, what happens is, well, I'll say fortunately, there is a floor. You can't go below 19 damage, which isn't like much at all anyway. But unfortunately, there is a pretty low ceiling for how much damage it can do, and it looks like it's 350. 350 damage is the most that you could get on any ship at any rank of Firebrand. And at rank 5, it's going to be doing about 5%, and then you'll get a little bit extra to get to 6.66 or 6.5 at rank 8. But regardless of rank, your ceiling is 350 damage. And so unlike regular ships that don't have crazy health, it's not bad. The 6.66 or the 5% of their current health, at least early on when you're like initially fighting them, ends up being kind of around 350, so it's not terrible. You get capped out at the beginning a little bit, and then you'll see it go down. But it's particularly bad on anything where previously, when it was based on the match HP, you would want to be using it, like Guenthnerclan's Revenge or ship material ships. And so, for an example, on Queen Anne's Revenge, if you just shoot one Firebrand shot, you'll get a bunch of 350s, and that is doing almost nothing to it. It's 2 or 3% of its overall health by the time all of that is done. And if they hadn't capped it, after 10 ticks of the percent, it would have 54% of its health left, uncapped. But it's such a strong cap still that you end up doing kind of nothing. And I know some people have said, expressed their opinions that they don't want Firebrand to be strong, like it shouldn't be something that's strong. I still think it's interesting to have shots that are strong on like impact and shots that are strong on higher health ships because it's burning. In any case, we can all have different opinions, but that's just where Firebrand is at now. It's not particularly powerful still. It's a little bit better. It might be able to be used supplementally to other kinds of damage, but I think it's probably still not really worth using.